having some problems trying to get you to understand what I'm talking about. I'm just going to show you how to simply do a very simple navigational bar. You have everything inside your program. Okay, so let's first talk about, this is the toolbar right over here. Okay, if you go up to Windows, you could open up your toolbar, and this is your control bar. Can be nested up here, be down there. You can put it anywhere you want. You want to open this up. If it's not opened up, you got to open it up. And if you clicked down over here, you can expand this and close this. You want to open this up so that you can see the links when you're working on your page. Alright, so we're going to start. I'm just going to show you how to simply do this. Very simple, easy. I'm going to delete this, start over. You're going to go into the toolbar. You're going to select a rectangle. I'm going to make your navigation bar. Very simple, easy to do. Make a little square. I don't know how you got this in, but it looks like you probably brought this in from, I'm not sure, Words or whatever, but it just is not working. I cannot get it to work. So here it is. I go back to my select tool. You have to select the select tool, and down here it says rectangle. That's what you made. And fill. You want to put a color inside here. You select right in here, fill, and it pops up here. You have a menu here. So I'm going to go out actually and choose this color gray that you have. I select this little icon here. Looks like a little dropper, and select your color. And then hit enter. Okay. Let me do this again. There you go. Okay, the color's in. So now you have the color in. So I have to be careful it doesn't put another color in. Okay? Actually, it made it darker. Actually, I like this darker color better because it's going to contrast better with your file. So now I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to just see how it is as far as your project goes. You want to put every single one of your navigations has to be exactly the same size, not different sizes. Everything has to be consistent in your website. You don't need it so deep. Okay, let's just start with this first one, the about one. I'm actually going to move this here. I don't know if I can or not. I don't know why you have another navigation under here. I haven't figured that one out yet. You need to get rid of that. Go to the text tool. Create a text box. You can do it down here. And I'm going to do about. I highlight the text. You can choose whatever font. You notice everything down in the control panel shows what you're working on. I can choose my font down here. I can bring this up higher so you can see it, but I think it's easier to see down here. I have arrow. I just chose that. And the size, you can choose the size, whatever you want. Okay. I'm going to change this color. I'm going to select it, and right here next to where the number is the color. I'm going to choose white. I'm going to take this, I'm going to select the select tool, I'm going to bring this and put this on top of the navigational bar. I'm going to center it. It's in the center. I can close this up a little bit. I don't need it quite so big. I may make my font a little bigger so it can be read easier. Maybe I'll make it, I'll just bring it up to 16. On 16. Okay, so now let me show you something. I have the first link. Alright, if I select the rectangle like that, just select the rectangle that I made inside of Adobe Muse, I can go down here in my control bar, and where it says hyperlinks and it says add or filter links, I can just hit this little arrow here and open up your about page, and that's going to make that linked. I can select the text. I'm going to select both to make sure they both are linked, and I can go over here where it says hyperlink. It changes a little bit on text because everything you do, it changes in this control bar. I'm going to select that, and I'm also going to select about. So now I have my first link. Now it looks like it automatically changed to blue, and I don't want it to stay blue. I want it to be white. I don't know why I did that. I like to keep it white, but for some reason the program wants to keep it blue. So you know what? Don't put it on the text then. There we go. Okay, but I don't want it to be underlined. Let's select it again and see if it will let me take the underline off. Here it is. It's right down here. Okay, so there we go. So I got the first one the way I want it. I'm going to make a copy of this one to make the other ones. So I just select the whole thing. I select them both out by making sure you have the select tool selected. Select them both out, and I go edit, copy, edit. I have to give my program a little edit, paste. Okay? So now I'm going to make the next one, and you want that to be blog. I think you should make that projects. Okay, now we're going to put it right next to this one. I'm going to line it so it's right next to it. I'm going to change the text. I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to put in projects. Blog should be the last one. I'm going to move it so that it's in the center. I have to stretch this out. Here we go. Just hold on a minute. For some reason the S went down there, so I'm not sure why it's doing that, but let me just make a little bigger. There we go. Just got stretched out the little box, so you have to fix that. So they're both the same. Okay, so now I have projects. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to select the little square that I made, rectangle I made. I'm going to go down to the hyperlink. And this one I'm going to change from landing page to projects. I'm just going to select where it says project. This program is so easy. So easy to do your links. And projects, I'm going to go over and I'm going to select the project. If it changes again, then you have to select it. Select the white and get rid of the underline. Okay? So now I have, oops, that didn't get rid of the underline. You have to kind of, sometimes you have to just double check. Just go back. Okay, now the underline is gone. So now I can select both of them to make two more. Then I just go ahead and go edit, copy, edit, edit, paste. And now I have two more. I'm going to do my other links. I wouldn't put the blog up here. You don't need to put blog up here. You can put blog down in the footer. You need to have a footer in your project. Okay? So the next is going to be, I'm not sure what this is. You don't need a landing page. Oh, that's not the other one. I'm sorry. You can make this image. Make this one images. You need to put in real images, not clip arts. I keep telling you this. This is a professional project you're working on. You're trying to make a project that you can use for your portfolio. Okay? You need to have projects for your portfolio. It's very important. And that's why I really stress in this class, because this is a real important class. You're going to be creating more than just this project for a mobile phone. You're going to be doing that for somebody someday. Right, so now images, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to select the background color, and I'm going to go from this one here that says about. I'm going to change this to images. I select images. Your pages are all in there. I'm going to do the same thing with the text again. Then it moves down here. The text, I'm going to select images. I'm going to make the color white. And I'm going to get rid of this underline. Okay. So now we have 1, 2, 3. Now we just have to do the last one. Projects. I'm going to change that to contact. The last one should be contact. Do the same thing again. Select the background color. I'm going to make that a hyperlink. You want to make the whole thing a hyperlink, okay? You want to make both the text and the background color hyperlink so the user can click anywhere in there. And I'm going to select contact. Same thing with the text. I'm going to select the text. I'm going to go down and I'm going to select contact. I'm going to change the color back to white. You select it right in here. The second you go to text, you select your text. It's going to open up your control panel. It's going to change the text. The program's very smart. I select white and I'm going to get rid of the underline. Okay, so I have 4 links up here. That's more than you need. I'm going to get rid of these. I don't know what to do about those other ones. I don't know why this is in like this. I don't really know what you have here, but I'm going to get rid of them all. It looks like you copied and pasted them from Words or something. Okay. And I don't know what to do about this. I can't get rid of it. You're going to have to get rid of it or make a new page. I take it. I'm going to put it, somewhere. I don't know where you want to put it. But I'm just moving it so you can see. Okay? Now, the landing page, you do not go back to the landing page. And I told you, landing page is just a landing page. That's a page that the user is going to land on when they click a link somewhere. If they click an advertisement or something, and they go to the landing page, and the landing page just goes inside the site. I don't seem to be able to get anybody to understand this. Okay, let's talk about this text here. This needs to be left aligned. Never center align your text. And let's make the font a little smaller. I don't know what you did here with this either. I can't get this to come out right either. I'm not sure why it's doing that. There shouldn't be any spaces in your text. I don't know what you did. Okay, this is another problem. Let me explain this. Make a text box. Go over here, make a rectangle. Select the rectangle tool. Don't use your text and make a text box with the text. Put the same color in. You want to put a dark color in. As soon as I make a rectangle, I go back down here. I choose a fill. And I can choose black. And then I make a text box on top of it. And I'm going to make a text box. Select this text tool. Make a nice text box. And I'm going to copy and paste what you have. If it lets me do this. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I got it. It's on top of the links here, so we just have to move it for a minute. Just move the links up. Now, if you want your color, I'll just pull this up. Yeah. Okay, but this should be left aligned. I'm not sure why your text is doing this. I don't know what you did here, but let's just try to fix this. Nice and neat. You want everything to be nice and neat. Here we go. It looks a little better. Okay. Every time I work on it, it moves things around. So you're just going to have to deal with that. I think it's related to that image you have in the back here. The same thing with your top here. Don't make a text box, okay? This should be all on one line. Let's just make this again. Make your rectangle tool. Place a color in. Change the fill down here. You want this color here. I think it's this one. Okay, that one. Okay? put the text box on top of it so that you can make sure it's centered and it looks better. Make a text box. Put a text box on top of it. Span this all the way out. You need to make a logo, and I've mentioned that too, a little logo. That's part of the assignment. I'm going to copy. Make this into a nice text. Find a nice font for this. Oops. Let's undo this whole minute. Should have select in here and then paste. All right. Okay. Get rid of this one. Okay. Bring this up to the top. I don't know what you're going to do about these in the back. You might want to just put something, maybe span this down. I don't know what you do. You need to redo this page. Bring this up. This is how it should be. Bring the text up into here. You go all the way up to the top. You're making it as professional looking as possible. Not professional looking as the way it is right now. Okay. Get rid of that in the back. I've tried it. I can't. Okay? So I'm going to choose a better font. You know, you can work on this. Make sure this is in the center. You can go down here and find a font that you like. You know, I have all different fonts, but what would be a good font to represent a, let's try this one. Like something more masculine, something a little bit more that looks like a masonry kind of a font. So you need to represent what your company is. All right, now I personally think this would probably be better. The background should be a little darker, maybe. I'm gonna make the background darker, more masculine looking. And I'm going to go back to the font, and I'm going to change this to white, just so you can see it better. Just select the color, select white. You have nice contrast, and it goes with what you have for the for your navigation. Now I hope this has helped you. You need to put a footer in, okay, down here at the bottom. You need to put in some real images. Find a nice image. Let me just go and see if I can find one real quick. Just to show you what I'm talking about. You're making this very difficult, this project. And I'm not really sure why. Let's just use... Okay, just a simple image. So you want to do something, an image that's going to show your work. Okay, so let's just take this for example. I don't know if this is what you do or what, but you know, I'm just taking this for example. I'm going to have to put it on my desktop. Let's see if it even opens up. File place. Find the image. Some of these things that you take from the internet, they won't allow you to paste it. So let's see if I can find it. There we go. It might be real big. I should have sized it first, but let's see what happens. Okay. I'm just going to make it smaller. I'm going to select the Shift key, keep it constant. Your user wants to see what you do. They don't want to see you're making this for your user. They don't want to see your tools. They don't want to see anything else. Okay? I don't know what you got here. We got stuff all over the place here. Okay, so we have just one image for so far. Okay? I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this my major heading. I'm going to make a box right here. And I'm going to choose the color as the top. And I'm going to write the text here. I'm going to make sure that it's white. Well, actually, I'm sorry. That's the fill. Select the text, that helps. Okay. Put the text in here. Yep. And we're going to write. Don't put it down the bottom because it might not be seen. Alright, now I'm going to highlight it. And then I'm going to choose white. I'm going to make the font a lot bigger. Now this you want to put in the center. Not your body copy, but this you want to put in the center. Okay, so this is what I have so far. And we're going to get rid of this. We're going to put a footer in and work on that. Get this more in the center. You can find the center just by selecting this and bringing down your... Every program's a little different. There we go. Bringing down your guides and then you can find the center. Okay? If you have any questions, I don't know what else to tell you. Oops, we lost your navigation. I think it's up here somewhere. It's up here. Okay, so I'm just going to select this and this. Move it for a minute. Move this for a minute. And bring these down. Every program's a little different, and they're all, some of them are a little bit more sensitive than others. You're actually, what we're probably working with right now is the fact that you have this navigation and back here, and that's what's causing a lot of issues and problems. Okay? So if you have any questions or anything, I don't know what else to tell you, but you need to clean this up and make it look better. You need to just use the rectangle tool. Let me get rid of this. Instead of, you know, using the text box to put the color in and everything, do it separate. Now, if I decide I wanted to make this into a link, I can. I can select it and make it into a link now. I can go down here and then add a link. If I want to link this back to the index page, which a lot of people do, I can select that, and I can go have that go back to the index page, wherever your index page is, or your about page here, okay? And you might want to do that on your other pages. So I hope this helped. I'm going to stop here now.